Good morning. John Gilkison, Aerostealth here. And it is Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. And I'm in my garage here again. We're having a high wind warning today, so I'm trying to get this video shot earlier in the morning before the winds really come up. And I'm in southern New Mexico, so I have kind of an eclectic video for you today. I was watching a couple videos the other day by Warren Reddick. I believe he's a YouTuber out of Florida. And he was commenting and criticizing some other YouTubers, namely Now You Know, which is a father and son team out of Zach and Jesse's their name, out of Boston, I believe, and also Ben Sullins. And essentially, Warren's problem with these two other YouTubers was that they were criticizing Tesla. And I'll be honest with you, I like Warren, and I agreed with 95% of what he was saying, but I had some problems. And this is what this video is about. I want to discuss it. Zach and Jesse did a whole video, which I watched, by the way, on Tesla service centers. And they were criticizing Tesla for not having enough service centers. Now, this is kind of out of my wheelhouse. I don't own a Tesla, number one. And number two, I'm probably not going to. So the other video he was criticizing was Ben Sullins, who was also criticizing Tesla. And essentially, we got into some logical fallacies here. And basically, while his criticisms of Now You Know on their logical fallacies on service centers was valid, he went on to his critique on Ben Sullins. This is two separate videos Warren shot, which I felt was off target. And essentially, Warren's position is you cannot criticize Tesla or Elon Musk because Elon Musk knows what he's doing. And Tesla's a big success, and he's running a successful company. And you don't know all the ins and outs of what they have to deal with. And so they're the experts, and so you can't criticize them. And this is a logical fallacy in and of itself. It's called the appeal to authority. And the appeal to authority is one of the weakest debate positions you can have, because because someone's an authority on a subject doesn't mean they can't be wrong. And Elon Musk is, after all, a human being like we all are, and we have our strong points and we have our weak points. And Elon Musk can be wrong, and I've seen him be wrong in the past many times. And I think Elon Musk's position on certain things is wrong today. And by default, so's Tesla. So this fallacy that you're not expert enough and you can't have an opinion about something is just false. So that was the main thrust of the whole thing, but I do want to get into some things that about my opinions. What do I think? So, his other logical fallacy that Warren had was that Ben Sullins was butthurt, and so because he had some kind of emotional stake in the whole thing, that he couldn't be right. and this is definitely a logical fallacy. Uh, who you are, and even your emotional state, doesn't necessarily uh, uh, discount or negate the fact that you may be right. So, um, so um, I've had over the past few years, I've had some critiques myself of Tesla and Elon Musk. And what I find is that we have this, he's literally a cult-like figure, and we have Tesla fanboys out there, and Elon Musk and Tesla can do no wrong and can't be wrong about anything, period. And as one of our Australian YouTubers says, he calls him Elon Tesla Jesus. And I don't like this YouTuber, but I find that hilarious. But I think Elon Musk is making mistakes. This is just my opinion. I'm just an individual. I don't run a company. But I think he's betraying his original promise. And that is his original promise was first to start out with a high value sports car and then go to a regular sedan that was mid-ranged in price. Let's say, Model S, Model X, $70,000, $100,000 car, and then go to a more affordable car like the Model 3 and the Model Y. And well, he still hasn't got there. Even a base Model 3 is still over $40,000, and Model Ys are running over $50,000. And Elon Musk said recently they got too much on their plate. They're not working on a $25,000 car. They're also not going to produce the Cybertruck this year. I think the Cybertruck may be because they're still battery limited, but they can't make that claim on the $25,000 car. They're not battery limited because the $25,000 car is going to take less batteries than a Model 3 or a Model Y. So I think they're betraying their original promise. And the other thing they've done in the past year, they've jacked the prices up of Model 3s and Model Ys several hundred in $500 increments, so several $1,000s. And I don't see any reason for it. They can say supply chain, or a lot of Tesla fanboys will say, well, they have to suppress the demand. Well, they're not suppressing the demand. What it is pure greed. They can do it, and so they're doing it to rake in more profits. Their profit margins on these cars are over 30%. Most legacy car makers are lucky to have 8%. So, and I can understand this. They're trying to build out factories, and they're doing a good job. They're building out factories, and they're definitely, I guess the factory itself is the product, because that's what enables you to make mass-produced cars. And that's the hard thing to do, as Elon Musk says. So I'm in agreement with all this, but I do think that they should be focusing on making a affordable car for the masses if they want to bring the EV revolution to fruition. And they're not doing it. I think all the high finance and the popularity of them, and I think greed's taken over. I really do. And that can happen. Power, like Elon Musk has, literally is a drug, and it warps the brain. And I wouldn't know because I don't have any such power, but I think we're seeing it in Elon Musk. And what they're going to rely on. And I have one right here. I have a $21,000 electric car, which GM unwittingly, or unfortunately for GM, is having to put a brand new 66 kilowatt hour battery pack in for me. And that battery, by the way, should be arriving this week. So that's a win-win. I bought this 2019 Chevrolet Bolt for $21,000. And then the recall happened shortly after. And I could end up with a brand new 66 kilowatt hour battery pack in this car, 20 more miles of range, 100,000 mile warranty, 8 years, starting from 23,000, 24,000 miles, whenever they do it here. And that's a win-win. And that's what I went and bought, because I can't afford a Model Y. Didn't take me too long to figure it out. I can't finance $40,000, $50,000 car. I just can't do it. And I could do it, but I wouldn't have much money for anything else. So so there you have it. Warren, I like your stuff. Warren Reddick, he's a YouTuber out of Florida. I like his stuff. He thinks, he's a thinking man, and he was right to criticize Now You Know and Ben Sullins, for that matter. But I'm trying to point out in this video here that it is a logical fallacy to appeal to authority and say you can't criticize authority because they know so much more than you, and that ipso facto you're wrong. Well, you may be right. You may even be unwittingly or unknowingly right. But the facts either support a proposition or they don't. And appeals to authority won't do, Warren. I'll see you all down the road. Everybody keep slipping through that air, and watch out for that electron monoxide fumes in your garage. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.